All right, y'all, what's up? We're going to get into today, we're going to get into the day that I realized I was suicidal as a motherfucker, man. And what led up to this, and I always kind of knew, but this was like over the top shit, man. God, I actually had a real good indicator before this, but it just wasn't good enough. And I'll explain why later. But this broke me, man, because I knew that it just wasn't about nothing, about really nobody else, man. It was just really about me, as far as like certain shit. And so this kid owed me $1,500. I did something. It was $4,500, and he was supposed to get $3,000, and I was supposed to get $1,500. Now, not gonna get into what it was, but those are the numbers, okay? So this was all free though. Nothing ever changed hands or anything of that nature. This was not something that had to do with any type of a product. It was just something that I knew how to do, that I'm not getting into, that required nothing, okay? Except for a few things. But money wasn't really one of them, was not part of the investment, okay? So, instead of paying me the $1,500, which was actually out of his control initially, until an error occurred in an account that shut an account down, okay? When this happened, default, it got sent to him. He, like a little biznitch, had already blew through his money and just couldn't bear to pay what he was supposed to pay to season this situation, okay? So this fucking asshole welches on the $1,500 like a little bitch. Now that wasn't the worst of it. Then he starts talking shit to the female that introduced us, like he's gonna shoot her or something type of shit. So I'm like, oh, now you're out of line, B. You're out of line. Not even necessarily for threatening to shoot a woman behind this, but just for everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, everything you're doing, you're done, bro. Fuck you. So I know where he lives, so I ride down on him just to see if he lives there, right? I'm not gonna do shit to him. This is before I was a felon. So I ride down on this clown, and I'm gloved up just in case he happens to be outside and jump up or something, okay? So, but I'm not going there to do nothing to him. So as I ride up on him, I see him in the window, and I'm like, oh, fuck. I see his silhouette in the blinds. I know it's you. I know it's you, man. I want to dust him right there. But my mind starts to think, and I realize if I do something to this dude right here, this person next to me that I love and care about becomes a loose end. So if I whack this dude right now, and I don't whack this person that I care about a lot next to me, I'll go to prison for this later on when we fall out and she gets angry and turns me in for murder, okay? So guys, don't get yourself in this scenario where some woman knows everything that you've done and can sink you with the fucking phone call. Do not put your life in the hands of a woman like that. So I quickly realized the scenario I'm in, which is extremely ill, make you want to vomit type shit, that if I whack this guy I'm gonna have to whack this woman I love too. Because later on in life, in this book, she turns on me. So I was right. So I gave him a pass and was like, nope, I'm not putting myself in this. This doesn't make any sense now. Now it doesn't make any sense. It made sense to get down on him until I thought about it. And then it just was like not even a thought to involve this other person. Even if it was some random spur of the moment shit, you guys, stop these scenarios from happening and take care of it on your own, not with eyewitnesses. So I give this faggot a pass, right? He never knows I'm out there. He never knows this happened. I blow this motherfucker off. I'm getting dough. I don't even need to waste my time with this dude, right? Year and a half later, I go through a scenario where I go to jail for a shooting inside my apartment a few months after this, and I bond out, and I'm out like 35 days later. I'm back on the streets again, and I end up beating the case, basically taking a probation slap on the wrist deal, but then fucked my probation off. That's why I went to prison for the first time. But it was all associated to that. So back to this asshole, right? This little Chicago kid, right? We did some business. He didn't pay it up. And I should have got down on him because he was a threat.